Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today, as you can tell, we will be doing chapter 292 for My Hero Academia. Before we get started, though, if you like what you've seen at the end of this video, hit that subscribe button, so that way you'll be notified for any and all future videos. And we're just going to hop right on into this. Now, bit of clarity, because I like to be transparent with y'all. I am recording this on Friday. I'm recording this on Friday, so I'm looking at, the leaks, which I don't prefer to do. I prefer to wait till Sundays like I normally do. So that way, I'm reading the official translations, and, because I'm a big supporter of support the official release as much as, possible. Do it if you're able to. But unfortunately, I'm going to be more or less kind of working Sunday, which normally I'm off, so that's why I'm able to do those videos as I am. So I don't know, like, what time. Like, I think I got to go in at 1. So, but chapter usually drops around 12 or whatever. But I just don't know if I'll have everything done and ready till later on that day. So I just rather go ahead and get it kind of done now. And if Sunday after I read the official release and I'm done with it, I'll either just add on to this or I will do an update video. So that way, I don't know. We're kind of going from there. So I'm also, just for clarity, or I guess not clarity's sake, but just something that we're trying out is, instead of me doing like the read-throughs like I have been doing, I'm just gonna more or less have it up here on my screen, look at it, get a little, like, and go from there. So instead of like my first reactions, this is me reading through this, probably like this is my third time reading through it. So we're just gonna try this out, see if this works a little bit different. For those of you who watch these, let me know down below if you like this or if you prefer the older model. We'll just, we're just trying to figure everything out right now. So it basically opens up with kind of like we cut back to before Best Genius jumps out of the sky. We see the television, and we see Dobby spouting out his manifesto. Best Genius basically saying, you've been waiting for this. Faith in heroes had already been shaking, and it's obviously going to be a huge blow, and that's not good. They're basically saying commencing the airdrop, and we see Best Genius free fall from the sky and does this number right here. He just captures Gigantomachia and like a ton of his fibers, and just like literally has him like this all the way onto the ground. And we see Bakugo just kind of look up, and he's just like bloody face and everything. He's like, so much for being missing. And Davi's just like, you were a dead body. That was a real body. And Genius is basically telling, like, you bit off more than you could chew, and it fell apart some frayed denim. And Davi's just saying, even if you're alive, the Todoroki's family is not the past, isn't going to be swept aside. And we just cut back and forth between them, and Gigantomachia is just struggling to get out. And Mr. Compress. I don't know why I was confusing him twice. Compress and Spinner are talking about, saying how is he detained Gigantomachia, and how trying to break free is too painful. And Spinner's just like, isn't Machia supposed to have like immeasurable strength? Genius is just like going tighter by doing this number right here. And then we cut back to Spinner, and Spinner's just like, just thinking to himself. He's like, all right. He was panting when he arrived. As soon as his order has been satisfied, and then he's just like, Shigaraki, you've got to wake up. And and I don't know if this has been stated or not. I can't remember off the top of my head, but something interesting I found is just like, Gigantomachia is literally only as strong as he needs to be when he's following orders from Shigaraki or All for One. And they're basically saying, a being who is forever on standby for commands, I understand. You can't do everything in your power without any instructions. And he's basically telling, Spinner's basically telling Shigaraki that Machia needs your orders. We then see Hado just going in trying to you know, pretty much separate Spinner from Shigaraki, and then and then we just oh, we see Hado just get hit with the flames from Dabi, and she just you don't even see her face. You just literally just see like Two-Face just on fire. Falling down, and Dabi's basically saying, another starry-eyed kid with bright future burned to ashes by your flames. And you just see, and again, like I said, I'm probably going to reread this whenever the official translation comes out, so that way I can see. But right now it looks like Endeavor is just in, like, he's about to start crying because he's just like, fuck. He's just like, he realized that something bad has happened. And Shoto's obviously getting angry. He's just like yelling out, quit it. And Izuku, Deku, he's doing his Deku thing. He's he's basically saying that Todoroki is hurt. Or, okay, yeah. He's basically saying that Todoroki is the one that's hurting the most, and yet he's fighting it. I'm like, I don't know. I'm pretty sure Hato's hurting the most. Probably second most out of everybody on this battlefield right now, because she just took almost in half of her body just got covered in flames. And we notice that Genus is still hasn't fully recovered yet, so he's coughing, and he's just like it's just like crap. He can't focus because, or he needs to have complete focus over his powers, or else it doesn't work. If he's not concentrating fully on his powers, then it just goes away. And he's basically saying, number one hero suffers a total loss here. This country is going to fall into pieces. We then cut back to Shigaraki, and we kind of cut back to his flashback of his childhood home, and how he's just itchy, and how he can't break free, but he's itchy. And he just mumbles to himself, break free, Makia. And by saying that, Makia just like, his eyes just do like that. It's very similar to the Z move from for Snorlax, where his eyes just like light up and he just starts moving. And then Genus just like, it's just basically his strength has increased, and he's just got to focus even more now. Like all the Nomu are just flying around. Or looks like, okay, so it's a bunch of the pro heroes just fighting a bunch of the Nomus, and then we see like, how many does that make? Is it half? And they're basically saying that they dealt with more than half the Nomus, and they just get like this signal in their head, and they just start fleeing. And we see okay, yeah, I'm gonna go look her up. You see Moe Kamaji, or Burnin. She's basically saying that 4 of those Nomus are heading straight towards Shigaraki, and she's thinking to herself, they were bloodthirsty animals before, but now they're starting to show some unity in these last few minutes. So obviously, like, signals gone off in their head, so they're going to be a lot more focused. And as Burning is trying to go after Shigaraki, one of the Nomu that looks like a giant worm basically is about to go and attack her, and Burning just looks back and she's like, crap. And then all of it looks like it like implodes on itself, and then you just see something like just like push in on its body, and then we just zoom in on her eyes, and then we cut back to Makia just trying, like, breaking through the fabrics of Best Genus. He's just letting out a giant scream, and Genus is still just trying to focus on just trying to keep a focus on his powers, just so that way he can hopefully hold him back. We see Shoto go right after Dabi, and he's using what looks like his ice powers against him, and And he's realizing that, so you're the one who sent that villain that nearly killed Natsu, and the one that you cried and crawled to, that Natsu. And he did it, and Davi's basically saying he did it so Endeavor would suffer. And Davi's, you've lost your mind. Have you lost your mind? And he's like, you got it, Shoto. Your big brother's completely lost any feeling for anything. And Shoto's just like screaming out, like yelling out Toya, and he's like, finally, he's like, I get to kill you now, finally. Next, and then we just Compress is just talking to Spinner. Hey, behind you, it looks like they have favorite looks on their side, because we see those 4 Nomu come in, and Deku's just like, best Genus, and trying to yell out move, and best Genus is doing, he can't move because if he does, then Makia has a chance of breaking apart. And then we see Ida catch Hado, and Deku's just like trying to move, but his arms and legs might be erect, but if he uses Black Whip and Float, that it doesn't matter. And he's basically, he's being Deku, and he's like, don't be the idiot who couldn't save a single person, Deku. So you gotta support Genus. And then our boy comes out of the ground, Lemillion, hitting the Nomus with the power. Man is back. Lemillion is back. He lets out a giant power and just goes to town. And then, like I said, it just ends with Deku screaming out Lemillion. And bro, I'm so happy that Lemillion's coming back, because it's so fucking cool. The one thing I don't like about this is because it's obviously due to Eri, and I'm gonna save that for different videos coming out sometime next week, so be on the lookout for that. Again, if you haven't, please hit that subscribe button, maybe hit that bell icon, so that way you'll be notified even more so, because apparently just subscribing doesn't mean anything anymore. But that oh man, this chapter was like, it's so good. Like, I honestly wish I had waited until the official release came out, so that way I could read it in its full glory. But again, like I said, life happens, so I gotta do what I gotta do to be able to live. But man, I really enjoyed this chapter. It was really oh man, just that last part with Lemillion coming out, like, that just, the hype factor just got a little bit higher for me, and it is just so good. I love how I get even more into the madness for Dabi. We're seeing how he's just like, I don't care about anything, I just want to hurt Endeavor, which fair, but that is just so interesting. I I love it. Like I said, for a while Shigaraki was my favorite villain, just because he was like the only one I thought that was just like cool. But now Davi's just like just oh my god, he's so goddamn cool.
Oh my god, he's
I
so
love it.
goddamn cool.
And again, I mentioned this a little while ago, but it's interesting to me that Makia's powers don't really have an effect unless he's following an order. Now, I could be wrong, and maybe I'm just misremembering. And that has been stated before, and this isn't anything new, but I do find that interesting. It's just like, he's as strong as he needs to be while following orders. And if he's not following orders, he's gonna be weakened. And the fact that Genus is able to still somewhat keep and hold on him after that, fuck. I knew Genis was strong, or else he wouldn't be like what, the third top hero, like the number 3 hero in Japan. But damn, that is impressive. But and I just poor Hato, she got fucked up. Like that poor girl. She got, like I said, they show her falling from the sky and half of her body is on fire. And thankfully Ida catches her, but what good is that supposed to be? What good is that supposed to be when half of her body is literally on fire? Uh, if by the time this comes out, if you've read the official release, like I said, I still don't really know exactly how I'm going to do this. I just at least wanted to have something going out. Once the official release comes out, and I think it's so much different than what I've read, I'll probably do like a update video with the real thing, or I don't know. But I might talk about, or I'll wait until the video that I'm talking about, planning on doing. We go from there. But as always, please like, comment, subscribe, all that normal stuff. I want y'all to have a fantastic day, and I'll see y'all later.